Well, it's time to make some more modifications to the old Simplicity here. Here's the problem. If you can see, this piece right here is bent down. Both sides are. And here's what it does. This has done this ever since this thing is brand new. You hook your chains up when you put your deck on, and then you lower your deck and mow, and this thing kind of booms around and moves and stuff like that, and after a while you go lift it up again, only guess what, your chain is now on the wrong side of this, and you pick the whole deck up and it wedges it against the bottom of the Simplicity and just keeps on pulling until it bends these rods. So this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I'm going to make a piece that goes across here to these two adjusting rods that won't allow this chain to come around here. As long as it's hooked up, it can't possibly get around here. So that's one of my little mini projects I'm going to do, and I'll get that made and then I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, here it is. This is the finished product. If you notice, it's got a little bit of a bend in it. Can't hold it very long, it's still hot, but that is actually a calculated bend because it has to go over this adjuster. So, well, now I'm going to go ahead and clean the deck up, and I think I'll throw some paint on this so the welds don't rust and all that kind of stuff, and do one final video of it, and then that's it. Okay, here it is with the modification on there. As you can see, the chain can't get hooked underneath that. It's got to have a bend in it to clear this deck height adjuster, and should work fine. Thanks for watching. Well, I had done a modification to this deck way back prior to the mowing season, or somewhat into the mowing season, or whichever it was. I'm not sure when I did it, but I know I mowed with this deck quite a bit after I did it. But it's this piece right here, and I wanted to do a little update to that video. I think I'm going to go ahead and rebuild that video and then just tag an update to the end. But what I did is I flipped this over. I had to grind down these things here a little bit so that it fit a little bit better in there, and then I put little pieces of spacers in here to hold that out a little bit so that it doesn't hit this right here. And the reason I did that is because when I did this recent project with the Simplicity, I noticed that there was a dent in this oil filter, and what that's caused by was when you raise this deck up, this thing here being up like it was pushing into this filter. So I just flipped it over and spaced it out, and it still does the exact same thing. It keeps these chains from being able to get around the ends of these. It does the same thing. It keeps these chains from being able to get around the ends of these these raise and lower rods, adjusting rods. And it worked really well. The deck didn't get hooked on there at all whatsoever since I did that. So I think with this little modification to my modification, it'll work just fine. And if I see another problem next mowing season, I'll be sure to add a video to notate it. But yeah, I don't foresee being any problems. Everything should clear now. Everything above this here is still original. So, all right, thanks for watching.